No, I don't wanna play no games. No, I don't wanna hear your promises. You do you and I'll do me. That's just the way it is.
Boom.
Biddly, 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 bo. Yes, yes, yo. Here we go. Ain't nobody down round here. You know what time it is. Get that badger in and on and over here to move back to get his greatness in. The subscribers have gone through the roof. Thank you very much, each and every which one of you. I have set a target for the first time in my YouTube, reluctant to say career, but my YouTube life, other than my music YouTube life, which is a very different part of my life. But yeah, I've set a target for 5,000. And after I said that, about 100 of you subscribed. So I much appreciate it. So if you hit that subscription button, it will be much appreciated. We're getting to 5,000 before the start of the season. In God we trust. So obviously we spoke about Bristol the other day. We don't need to go back over it. It is the title winning season. I want us to go get the job done. There's stuff with Farker that keeps sort of lingering round. He's taking the sting out of it a little bit for me, to be honest. It's frustrating me to no end. I mean, we've now been linked with Cesc Fabregas, which he got linked other week, and I thought that had died down, and it's been back in news today saying that he's sitting down at end of season, seeing what he wants to do and stuff. If Cesc Fabregas isn't a random appointment and a complete and utter risk, I mean, talk about a risk. Cesc Fabregas coming in, you know, might as well draft in Lampard or Rooney or something. It just totally randomised to me. Farker's Barmy Army. That's what I'm saying. You know, another show-stopping press conference from the other day, breaking down his career, just literally like saying, I'm the man. He's become a little bit more humorous. You know, he's getting a bit of his personality across, whether that's to do with a couple of people rumoured yesterday on my live stream, which does make sense, whether that means that he's on his way out and he's just sort of letting the fans know that, you know, he's a bit of a personality, or whether he's just letting his luscious locks down a little bit. You know, because the job's been done. But the job is not done, as my man Ampadu said in his press conference straight after the Bristol game. We want to go up as champions. I don't want to make it, you know, as mint as Monday will be. And I want everybody to get excited for Monday. I do think, you know, again, takes the sting out of it a little bit if we celebrate and finish in second. I know it doesn't matter to people, but it does to me. I want that trophy going round Leeds and being like, Farker's Barmy Army. There's no such thing as sentimental FC with it. You know, Farker's done his job. I don't know what more he could have done. You know, he's on for potentially best part of 100 goals, 100 points if we get the job done tomorrow. Do you think we will? I personally think we will. They're all but done, Plymouth. Burnley have got Millwall, which I do expect them to win. There's been loads of talks, you know, that Meslier, Silent S will get a start tomorrow. I'd be stunned. That is sentimental FC if Meslier, Silent S gets a start tomorrow. I can't imagine that being the case. I wish the game wasn't an 12:30 kickoff, but it just is what it is, isn't it? Got to get the job done. The Coppers have apparently warned fans that don't have tickets to stay away from the ground, which I would have thought would be obvious anyway. You know, there's no need to be around the ground if you know, not got a ticket, unless people are obviously going to try pile in. There's been loads of talk that Plymouth have been like, the Plymouth fans have just been selling their tickets to any Leeds fan that they can find. I think there might be a few people hanging around the ground. I don't want to push that because the Coppers have obviously suggested stay away. Sorry, Badger. Even the local Wetherspoons, which you think's not a stone's throw, maybe a mile away from the ground, they're not letting away fans in whatsoever. So, I mean, all the rest of the pubs in Plymouth have said that they will not be opening early. So I don't really get it. I appreciate, you know, the place is probably going to get smashed up to bits, but ultimately it just leaves everybody boozing out in streets, doesn't it? So I don't know whether that's good for the town or not really. Probably better off just letting a few people in pubs, but you know, I can understand it with Wetherspoons. They'll probably make a killing anyway, but you'd think they'd just sort of ride it out. Although having said that, you know, I did say in my live stream yesterday that, you know, my mates have got some videos when they went to Blackburn, and I don't think they were all riding on that game. It was just around Christmas time and everybody were feeling jolly and they were bringing chandeliers down and whatnot. So what do you reckon tomorrow? I don't think we'll get 7. We need 7 goals in order to score 100 goals this season, which would be tremendous and one hell of a feat. But I personally think it'll just be 2-3-0, really comfortable. I think we'll settle into the game really early doors, dominate the game. I think Plymouth will be relatively up for it a bit, but I think we can break the back pretty quickly. They need about 14 goals in order to stay up, so they're pretty much out of it. Meslier won't start. Firpo's obviously a doubt after my man Facky Fucker said he's picked up a bit of a strain. I think they'll probably try and get him in the squad. I think they might take a few of them down. We're talking about Rothwell, Dan James, it won't be ready. But I think if they can get a mint squad, it match day squad, I do think they will. Having said that, my man Facky Fucky Fucker, you don't get naught for free in this world. So I think he'll do, I don't think he's going to sacrifice a couple off the bench that are available to play, as I think he wants to go get the job done. All aboard the bullshit bus. This one's at least I can pronounce. We have been linked with Jamie Vardy. Honestly, I didn't even want to mention it, but if it comes up, it must come out. You know this by now. What you're saying? He did get 7 goals last season, to be fair. I said this about Calvin Phillips, and I uploaded a short from about a week ago today, and a couple of people said that they won't be into Calvin Phillips. So we're lucky. I spoke last night about Byram, Calvin Phillips, James Milner, and I will now add on Jamie Vardy. So if they were to be the 4 signings, I would be terrified. However, depending on what we do within the market, I want us to get busy and get the job done, get some exciting players in. But, if Vardy's an add-on, if Bamford moves on and Vardy's an add-on, I don't want Vardy, guys. But the point is, if we're bolstering and building a squad, Jamie Vardy would do a bit of a job for you at points, wouldn't he? It's just if we're reliant on him, it's terrifying. I agree. If you start next season with Bamford at number 9 or Vardy as your number 9, we are bang up against it. Obviously, Parisley stays in and around there. Again, he'll be decent in the number 9 role. He might pick up 5 or 6 goals. I'd like us to go out and get a 9 and a 10. I would sign James Milner if it was an addition to us bolstering the squad and it just makes it stronger. I think he sets a perfect tone. I'd keep Byram on board for a year. I just would. I think he's not going to let us down. He maybe play 2 or 3 games. I think he'd probably be quite happy with that. Get a bit more Premier League in his legs. Having bolstered in those positions. They have to be additions if we're going to bring these types of players in. They cannot be the players we bring in or we are shit up against it. It's terrifying. Solomon's also had a few words to say. I'm not going to read out exactly what he said. I can't be bothered, but he was just basically saying that he doesn't know of his future. He's still got 3 years left on his contract at Spurs. The big man's apparently getting married in the summer, so I would imagine, and he said he wanted to just spend it with his family and stuff. So a little bit unsure as to what he wants to do. Fucker did say in his interviews, in his press conference, that there's been no talk about the players that are running out of contract or the loanees like your Rothwells, Solomons and stuff. Again, Rothwell, same. I've gone off the idea of maybe signing Rothwell, but again, if we can get him on cheap and again we're bolstering, it's not Rothwell's not the signing, then I take him as a squad player. We're going to need a big old squad, and I think if we can keep the nucleus of what we've got and build around it is the way to go. But let's get Saturday out of the way. Let's get the league won. Let's get excited for Monday. Let's get the championship won. We deserve to win it. 100 points. Let's win 3-0. That'd be 96. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 96 goals. I'll take it. Let's have it. What you all saying? Where are you watching it? If you're going down to Plymouth, be safe. Take it easy. Peace out.
I don't wanna play no games. No, I don't wanna play no games. No, I don't wanna hear your promises. You do you and I'll do me. That's just the way it is.
Boom.